Hey guys, this video is to show you new growers how to grow a plant like this in 13 days, how to germinate seeds, how to grow it with a cheap grow light. I'll show you how to do it. First step in growing a plant like this is we got to get some seeds. I don't care where you get your seeds from, but I do sell mine on onlypumpkins.com. We got some premium ones. We got our beer league ones that are attractive to new growers and guys just out there having fun. So pick what you want. All right guys, we're going to germinate a few seeds here. I got some 2250s, just like you'd get in a pack here. I write the name on the seeds because if you're doing multiple seeds, you don't want to mix them up, and preferably I would go with a different glass. But basically we're going to soak these for about 6 hours, and then once we got them soaked for 6 hours, we'll put them in some soil and put them on a heat mat. All right, so one of the most important things on starting your seeds is the mix, and more importantly the moisture within the mix. So the mix I would use is 50% seed starting mix and 50% potting soil. I wouldn't start them in 100% potting soil because a lot of times there's a little too much fertilizer in there, and it can cause some injury to the seedling when it grows. So some organic potting soils you might be able to get away with 100% potting soil, but 50% seed starting mix, 50% potting soil should be pretty good. And what you're going to do is you're going to dump some water in here. You're going to massage that all in, get it to an even moisture. Because if you just fill your cup with dry potting soil, it's never going to re-wet correctly. And then the moisture you're looking for, you're going to grab yourself a nice handful of soil here. You're going to squeeze it real hard. You should get about a drop out of it. This is almost too dry here. So I stepped away for 15 minutes and it kind of just absorbed that water, so we'll put a little more in there and show you. All right, here, so we added a little more moisture. Give her a good squeeze here. Kind of see the water coming down there. Oh, we just had a drip there. So just 1 or 2 drips, just kind of some water out of there. Makes a nice clump, breaks apart nicely. And then for our pots, so this video is intended for a new grower planting outside without a hoop house or whatnot. So we're going to start seeds 2 weeks before the last frost, and we're going to choose a half-gallon pail. What this will allow is the plant to be a decent size to go outside, but not too big that we couldn't cover it with a 5-gallon pail and protect it from a frost that may pop up within the next week. So that pot there is a pint, 7 to 10 days. This one here is a half-gallon, 7 days to 2 weeks. This gallon pot, 2 weeks to 3 weeks, and this 2-gallon pot, 3 weeks and bigger. But for our sake, we're going to do a half-gallon pot here. And we'll show you the cheap grow light. We'll show you later in the video. And we'll grow a seedling out to 2 weeks, and that's what we'll take outside. So then you just want to go ahead and put your filled pots on a seed heating mat while you're still soaking your seeds there for 6 hours. And you want to wrap them up with some saran wrap because all that moisture that we just got it perfect to, we don't want to lose that. So we're going to do that to keep them under the correct moisture and so it ain't evaporating while it's heating. And then when those are done soaking for 6 hours, I'll show you how to plant them in there. All right, seeds have been soaking for 6 hours. We're going to put them in the pots. I dug a little hole. You lay them in there flat. And then you just cover them up. What you don't want to do is stick the seed straight down like this, because then it'll just pop up and the seed coat will be on it and be hard to get off. But if you lay them in there like this, it'll kind of pull the shell off by itself. That's what we want. So we'll cover these back up with the covers on. Just let them sit on this heat mat, and we'll come back in about 4 or 5 days? All right, it's 4.5 days later since we soaked our seeds. I seen them poking up right around 4 days. But that was last night, and I kind of wanted to go to bed. So we're doing it now. But let's uncover these. You can see them just kind of poking there. So that's time to get them under the grow light, so we can give them a little help there. Excellent. All right, let's show you what we're going to do for the grow light. Keep it easy for you guys. All right, guys, all we're going to do for the grow light is we're going to get one of these clamp-on lights. They call them a broader light, clamp-on work light, whatever. They're anywhere from like $7 to $12, depending on where you get them. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take a normal household bulb. We're going to get a 100-watt equivalent, which only uses 14 watts. But you see this indicator here of warm versus cool? You always want the cool, or a lot of times they call it daylight. You got to have the daylight bulb, the blue bulb, and it can't be warm. You can't use an incandescent. They don't really make them anymore. You can use, if you can find them, I got an old one stuffed in here for you guys. If you can find them, if you remember, these used to be all the rage. They're a pigtail fluorescent. And those work great too. Once again, make sure you get those in the daylight. Those will lose their effectiveness eventually. And I don't know about these LEDs, but I've been using these LED ones and they work okay. So you might have a 60 watt already in your house, 60 watt equivalent in daylight. I think you could try that, but if you're going to go get a clamp light anyway at like Menards or Home Depot or something like that, just get you some 100 watt daylights and we'll use that and a Christmas timer. And then I'm just going to hang one on my chair here. That's going to be my grow light. I'll show you when I get it all done. All right, there you go. The whole 4.5 days they were sitting there on the heat mat. I never watered them. I still haven't watered them yet. I'll probably water them here, but I've got, I don't know, probably 6 inches of space in there. They don't have to be too far away. You don't want them too far away. You don't want them too close either, but with these LED bulbs and those fluorescents, you can run them pretty close. For time on the timer there, you want a minimum 12 on, 12 off. 16 on, 8 off is better, and I think 18 on, 6 off is about the best for growth. So depending on what kind of growth you're looking for. So if you were running that 60 watt equivalent bulb, I'd probably go 18.6, you know. For sure you wouldn't want to try and grow lower with the lower watt bulb, but yep, so there you go. You can just create whatever you need there, $10 grow light, and no problem. You can hang, they have a little thing you can hang them to, you know. If you want to hang them somewhere, you can hang them all in a row, make a little thing, but here's just an easy way to grow them inside the house for 2 weeks before we take them outside, so. All right, let's check back on our pumpkin plants. See them growing under there. Looking pretty decent. I'll pull them out here for you. Nice little plant, not leggy. So you last seen us at the grow light. What we did is over the course of this 2 weeks, probably only watered them 3 times with just regular water. And yesterday I watered them with a little bit of this soluble rose food, any kind of soluble Miracle-Gro. Look for something with a micronutrient in there and really, really light. Like I put like a half a teaspoon in a gallon of water and then I just watered them like I regularly would. I like to see, so this is your first true leaf and then this here's your second true leaf and these are your cotyledons. So I don't like to really give them any fertilizer till you see this one kind of poking out. Because if you give them a little too much fertilizer when just this first leaf is trying to come out, which will be around like day 7 or 8 after soaking, you can burn that leaf and then it won't grow right. So be careful, you know. We're not trying to light the world on fire yet. Here we got some plants. These are 13 days old from the time I soaked the seed. So these are like ready to go outside. I normally plant on 14. As you can see here, this saucer down here is like a 5-gallon pail. It will fit in a 5-gallon pail. Now, like I said earlier, we're timing this start out to be 2 weeks before our average last frost date. So we got some plants this size and we can frost protect them with a 5-gallon pail for probably up to a week. Now, once we go outside, it's going to be cooler. The soil's going to be cool. They're not going to grow as fast as they grow inside the house with the grow light. But what we're trying to do is make it easy for you, but yet you're still able to get a pumpkin without having to do all the stuff that competition growers do. So we'll go outside in a little cool soil right after the last frost, and we're going to continue this video series on, but I wanted to show you guys how to get them started. Get yourself a decent plant to go outside. Now, I do things a little different with my competition plants, so they'd probably be a little bit bigger at this stage, but honestly, I would not be afraid to start a competitive season with a plant that looked like this. They look great. Rock and roll. Should be good to go. And if you guys need seeds, onlypumpkins.com. We got the good seeds. These are 2250 Schmitz. Depending on when you watch this video, we might have some newer seeds. These might be older seeds. Hey, whatever. We'll have some good ones for you.